It is a big day here at the Pittman Christmas Tree Farm. It's all systems go, all hands on deck for the holiday season ahead.
We are the quintessential family farm. It's my wife and I and our two daughters are the owners. From start to finish, we do every piece of the process. I work in the fields from start to finish, from planting the trees to shearing the trees, to mowing the trees, to spraying the trees, to trimming the trees, till finally this time of year it's harvest of the Christmas trees.
David is awfully jolly this time of year. He couldn't wait to have us hop in his modern-day holiday sleigh to head up the mountain. He pays no attention to the rain and wind Mother Nature threw at us today. He and the crew are busy cutting and tagging, putting together their first wholesale order of the season. He's got a lot of beautiful trees, and some of them will be loaded up and shipped to businesses across the country. It's an operation that has grown a lot over the years.
If I can take care of 4,000 trees, I could take care of 8,000 trees. And then if I could do 8,000, maybe 16,000. And we kind of doubled for a long time until well, it's multiple thousands of Christmas trees now that we are taken care of. But it's truly a joy rather than a burden.
David wouldn't change a thing now, but he admits he didn't always feel that way. He was a bit of a Grinch being around this Christmas centerpiece all his life. His grandfather planted the very first tree back in 1966.
My granddad raised me, and every day when I would come home from school, I would have to work in the Christmas trees. And so when I was a little fella, I didn't like Christmas trees too good.
In fact, he left the farm after high school for college, even went on to get his graduate degree in physics. But before his planned move to Texas, fate stepped in.
Now I am so thankful that my daughters get to be raised. They can ride the four-wheelers across the mountains. We have fresh air. We have good neighbors. It's a wonderful lifestyle, and I'm so thankful to be able to grow Christmas trees.
Passing this tree tradition on to his daughters.
Some of the earliest things that I remember are the hay rides. That's, as far as I look back, that is what I see. Just even whenever I was really little, I would always ride them because just if I didn't really have anything else to do, it was something fun, you know. I got to meet a lot of new people. It was always nice.
And she was quite the tour guide, helping families navigate the maze of trees. Now that she's a little older, though, this 14-year-old is busy making wreaths, and lots of them. Owning and operating a Christmas tree farm is a lot of work, and not just in December, but year-round.
So much harder now than it used to be. When my granddad started, it was you plant it, and he would go through with actually a mowing scythe and mow them once a year, and that was it till they got big enough, and then cut them down and sell them. And now I go through mowing multiple times, but what makes it so much worse are all the insects that have came in from Asia, from overseas, and there are so many non-native plants, especially vines and Chinese sumac that come in, and it's a tremendous full-time job keeping those from taking over the Christmas tree farms.
This time of year, though, is the best time of the year as they open up their choose and cut part of the business. David says he would much rather put it on top of a family's van than a flatbed trailer.
I think the very best part is when the families come and they find that perfect tree, and I see how happy how happy they are. And then we bring it down and we tie it on the car, and they're just happy, and that makes me happy. And they say, well, can't wait to come back again next year, and so and they do.
We asked Caitlin about her future and if she'll be following in her dad's footsteps. She was pretty honest.
I see myself a few states away doing anything but growing Christmas trees.
Sounds pretty familiar, as that is exactly what her dad said all those years ago. But remember, there is something about a farm, a tree, and a family that's pretty magical, especially this time of year, as families drive from miles away to ride up the mountain searching for that one perfect tree, the one they'll decorate with lights and love.